March was the month where the country woke up to the reality of coronavirus, and April has become the month where it's really sinking in.
Me and along with about 30 of my coworkers were officially laid off indefinitely.
Those unemployment numbers continue to climb. The number of people who are dying from this disease has been climbing in the multitudes of thousands.
All these patients here sitting out in the hallways because we are full.
All told, in just 2 weeks, nearly 10 million Americans have filed for unemployment insurance. Those numbers don't include the self-employed or the many Americans who've been trying to apply but can't.
So basically yesterday was my last day at work. So now I'm like trying to see what I can do, stay as proactive as I can.
So I am calling Texas Workforce Commission just to see if we can get through. And we're getting a busy number.
So we're gonna give it another go. Again. That sounds about right.
What we have seen is the fastest layoffs ever in history, the fastest economic contraction ever in history. It's like the world woke up and it was a completely different place.
6.6 million Americans filed unemployment claims last week alone. The 3-week total now, nearly 17 million.
I want to say that, you talked about couldn't it lead to death, meaning you open up, could lead to death, and you're right. But you know what? Staying at home leads to death also.
The nurse calls me and tells me that his blood pressure dropped. And we performed CPR. We did everything we could. And I'm sorry to tell you, your brother didn't make it.
We've got this twin problem of this terrible health crisis where we've got tens of thousands of people dying, and yet we also have this incredible economic challenge where we got millions of people that are unemployed and small businesses being hurt everywhere.
I saw that the account that they had deposited to was one number off from my account. So I had actually called my bank just to see if they could reroute it, and they had told me that an account ending in those numbers didn't actually exist.
This isn't really stimulus. This is fill the void money, because we would have been, as an economy, churning out trillions of dollars.
New unemployment numbers out tonight. Another 5 million Americans filing for benefits, now 22 million losing their jobs in the last month.
Today is 18 days since my husband passed. He died on our twins' 10th birthday.
Protesters in Colorado calling on the governor to reopen their state. Similar protests in California, Florida, Texas, and Washington.
You can't close America! You can't close America!
Everybody gets to make their own choice. If you're scared, stay home. But I'm not scared, and I don't want to stay home.
The reopening of the economy is one of the most complicated, difficult choices, because if we see a soaring number of new deaths, of new cases of coronavirus, who's going to want to go out and spend money? Who's going to want to go to a restaurant, take a trip, go on vacation? Who's going to want to go to their job?
Today, we got that weekly update on jobless claims. Some 4.4 million people applied for unemployment benefits last week.
You can't just literally turn the whole economy off one day and then expect to be able to give a check out to most of American business and then it's all suddenly going to work out.
Even as several states lift restrictions and gamble on reopening businesses. Tonight we remember the lives lost here in the U.S., the number now topping 50,000, more than 3,000 since yesterday. In Detroit, the sad funeral procession for a 5-year-old Skylar Herbert, the daughter of 2 Detroit first responders. The virus took her life.
Workers in dire need of help. The new numbers tonight, 3.8 million unemployment claims in the last week. Now 30 million Americans since this started, as the U.S. death toll now nears 63,000.